Hello everybody, I'm back and playing Guild Wars 2. Here I have a Mesmer, and I actually wanted to go through each little bit of Mesmer and PvP, specifically World v World and some SPVP as well. Kind of give some hints and tips, along with continuing along with my tradition of providing physical challenges, and this time I actually don't have any, but we'll be working on some weight loss techniques and that sort of thing coming up that I want you guys to do in between every time that I put out a new video. So, Mesmers and PvP. I'm having a lot of fun with my Mesmer. My Mesmer is level 80, of course, and he's getting pretty geared out. He's got almost all the exotics he needs right now to be competitive, so it's nice. The best thing I like about a Mesmer right now is that it's almost like a psychological battle with the person that I'm fighting, because you create all these clones and he doesn't really know what to attack. So I'm going to go into that for my first tip, is your clones. Now there's two types of clones that you create. There's the phantasms, which are like this guy right here, the Phantasmal Berserker. Those are ones that have a lot more life and actually do damage. Your regular clones, your illusions they're called, actually do no damage unless you kind of spec into them. They do a little bit of damage and sometimes cause bleeds and everything like that. So I wanted to go through some of these. What I'm wearing right now is a two-handed greatsword, which has these abilities. I also have in my switch is a one-handed sword along with a focus, and the focus gives me some swiftness buffs that are just absolutely required in World v World. You want to get from point A to point B as fast as you can, so you almost have to use a focus, unless you're in a big group with a lot of like guardians that can just give you swiftness all the time. So the abilities here that give me clones, I'm actually going to go into press too many buttons there, my fat fingers. Holy smokes. Okay, here we go. Skills and traits. Now my traits, I have 25 in dueling, and the reason that I have that, you need at least 20 in dueling in order to work your clones as best as they can. You need this, deceptive evasion. Every time that you create a clone at your current position, every time you dodge, you create a clone at your current position. Along with that, 5 points in it, gain 1 second of vigor on critical hits. Now a vigor is a buff that increases your endurance. Endurance is required to dodge. You have this yellow bar here. Each time that you dodge, it uses a whole space and then it slowly regains. Okay, so vigor makes that so you can dodge more and you can create clones more. So what I end up using is dodging when I'm not even dodging an attack, just to create a clone. And I try to use this as any other resource that you would use when fighting somebody. I don't want this to remain at the top for too long, because while that's at the top, if I'm fighting somebody, that's a resource I'm not using. That's more clones that I can't create. Now what can you do with your clones? One, you can use it as psychological attacks on your opponent, where they can't figure out which one is you. Now, in order to pull this off effectively, you have to act like your clones. And what your clones do, especially your illusions, with your two-handed greatsword, they just stand there and attack. So it's really important to kind of, if you're sure that you have the guy confused, just stand there and attack if you have like 3 guys, and there's a really good example of this coming up. So the abilities that I have to create clones right now is my dodge on the one-hander here, which I don't use too much. I kind of use just some of the abilities as kind of like an off attack type thing, and these guys need to shut up. Shut up, I'm talking. Thank you, sir. Alright, so I have this illusionary leap, which is great. It creates an illusion that leaps towards my target and cripples them, so I can slow them down really good. The best part about this is then I can swap to him and immobilize that guy, and use abilities like my Blurred Frenzy just to do like a ton of damage. It does like 3,000-4,000 damage easy. My Phantasmal Warden is decent, whatever, like he does a lot of damage, but he doesn't really move. So to use these in conjunction is great. You can immobilize him and cast that on him, and he's just going to take a ton of damage, especially while I'm doing this. You're looking at like 6,000-7,000 damage. Let's switch over here, and I have Mirror Blade. It's where you throw a greatsword. It does it bunch of damage. It bounces around, gives people buffs, and deals damage and vulnerability. The best part is it creates a illusion at the spot where it's thrown. So this illusion is just another one that you can use to shatter and that sort of thing. Your Phantasmal Berserker does a bunch of damage as well. This guy's great because you can throw him up on towers and walls and that sort of thing. I'll go into him on a completely different opportunity here. As well, I have Decoy. You gain stealth and you summon illusion immediately, like right where you push the stealth button. That is amazing because it looks like all of a sudden like you just stopped moving and it started attacking this guy, where really you went into stealth and got a different angle. This is the easiest, the best thing to do to confuse your enemy. You need this if you want to 1v1, 1v2, like anything like that. SPVP, this is great. It breaks stuns and it really confuses the enemy. You need some sort of stealth ability to confuse the enemy, because once they target you once, that's it. They just need to continue having you targeted. Once you go stealth, you're de-targeted and he doesn't know where you went, and he's got to figure out among all your illusions which one it is. I also have Phantasmal Defender. I use this if I expect that I'm going to be doing a bunch of small skirmishes where I have only a few people fighting each other. If I'm rolling along in a huge group in World v World, I'll actually substitute this out, usually for a portal. Okay. Alright, so that is it for how my spec is for that. There's a bunch of other things I wanted to go over. Like, I did a video of all the abilities that I use, and it was like an hour long, and I only like skimmed through a bit of it, so I decided I wanted to go through each one. So I have two good examples, one where I fight one of the sentries, and then another one where I actually have a real battle with a person where I figure it's a good example where he got confused. It seemed like this guy was a big noob. He didn't really do much, but he was attacking my illusions the whole time, and I attributed like maybe he was a good player, but a good player when they're confused will act badly and make wrong decisions, and that's exactly what this guy did, and I just destroyed him. So it was me against an engineer, which there are some pretty decent engineers out there. They're quite hard to kill at times. Alright, so I hope you enjoy those two short clips, and look forward to seeing more. Subscribe to the channel if you do want to see more, and keep up with my physical challenges. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. And we need to lose some weight. We can't have all our weight lost in the summer and then get all fat in the winter, so keep in touch with me. Alright guys, goodbye. Alright, so here I am just hanging out in World v World. The map is almost completely overtook at this point by J Quarry, but I figure I'll go and attack some sentry guards just to show you guys what's up. So I'm heading over here. I come across a Stoliac, and typically I'd attack the Stoliac just for more karma and that sort of thing in this situation, but I want to show you guys what I'm doing. So right off the bat here, I kind of come up and I immediately cast my Warden, and that'll cast it on him, so bam, it's on there. And right now I want to do the Illusionary Leaper, but it doesn't work for some reason. So I dodge. You can see the guy that's coming out right there during my dodge. Now I have two. I dodge again, create another one, he kills my Warden. I do the blurry attack, I dodge again. Now I have 3 illusions out. Now immediately what I want to do is mind rack them. You can see I do a ton of damage, and I'm critting all the time. I switch over to my illusionary greatsword and start attacking. Immediately I have no illusions, so I want to create them as fast as I can. So I create all my illusions, as fast as I can, and dodge and start using my my different shatters in order to do it. I see him healing there, and I'm like sending my guys in, hoping that'll happen. Also look to the right. Hey, there's fire coming in. That's where I see an engineer coming in. So the rest of the fight here, you know, I'm trying to keep my distance by going north and creating more illusions and that sort of thing, but I'm kind of, you know, trying to stay away and from this guy, and he does end up hitting me a few times, and you know, I'm trying to keep my distance. I pop my ultimate figuring it's going to be on, but he kind of backs up and starts attacking that deer. So whatever, I finish killing this sentry really quick. I go up, and if you can see on the far left, there's another guy coming. So I see that, and I'm like, screw this, I am out of here. That's where basically I take off and stealth one more time, change my direction, blink away so I get even more distance, kind of hide behind this tree. Now this is literally like 20 seconds later. They split up, this guy moved north, and I saw him doing that, and I wanted my revenge for fucking up my video. So I'm not going to talk during this part. I'm just going to let it fly, and you guys can see the ownage happen and see how confused he gets just by creating these clones and hitting him when he doesn't expect it. So enjoy. And bam, he's down. And that just goes to show the power of the Mesmer when he gets really confused. You can see he's just attacking my illusions just about the whole time, except for that last little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye.